Hello, welcome to this tutorial on staking out design features in Topcon Field. Don't worry, I'll guide you through every step, so let's dive in. First, let's go to the map by pressing the corresponding button on our home screen. Next, let's pan and zoom to the feature we would like to stake out. Let's choose this point here by pressing it on screen. We then press and hold an empty space on screen, which is equivalent to right-clicking on your computer. We select Stake and then Stake Point. As in our previous tutorial on total station setup, I will press the RC icon at the top left to have my instrument search for me. Once locked, indicated by the prism and padlock icon, I now see the indicators to the left of my map showing the bearing, distance, and east-west measurements to my point, along with a cut or fill value to the design elevation. Once the rod is plumb and I'm happy with my position to the design coordinates, I'll press the measure button at the bottom right. An info screen will appear showing me the details of my measurement. This is a great place to pause and get the information needed to write on a stake for displaying the cut, fill, and other info needed by contractors. Once I have all the data I need, I will press the green check at the top right to store the stakeout point. Great, let's try staking a line. I'll double tap a blank space on the screen to deselect the point we just staked. Press the line we would like to stake, and again, press and hold a blank space on screen, then choose Stake, and then Line. The stake screen will appear, giving me options for my stakeout. Here, I'll change my HR, or height of rod, to 2 meters, then I'll press Stake at the bottom right. Immediately, I'm presented with the stakeout information to the left of the map, showing me the station, offset side and distance to the line, and the cut to design elevation. I am going to aim to stake a point at station 0 plus 0 with an offset of 3 meters to allow the point to be preserved during excavation for this water line. Since we used the line function in the stakeout setup, we are only staking a segment of the entire line. However, as you see at the bottom, the reference station displayed is the point we are currently at along the entire line. Please make note of the asterisk next to the station, which indicates we are beyond the portion of line we are staking. This is something to look for, especially when staking curves and elevated lines with deflections, as we could be staking a projection and not the line itself, leading to horizontal or vertical errors. Once the rod is plumb and I'm happy with the location of my position, I press the measure button to store a stakeout point. Once again, we are presented with a screen with the information related to our staked position. Here I can grab the pertinent information needed for displaying on a stake, such as the offset distance from line, the station, cut, fill to design, and geodetic elevation. I'll press the green check to move on. If I press the map with gear icon from the top of the function panel at the right of the screen, the map properties screen appears. If I press the points tab at the top, I can see the different attributes I can select and deselect to show on screen to either provide more information or declutter my map view. I'll remove codes for now by unchecking the box. Now, back at the map screen, we can also see some red arrowheads on our line indicating which direction our line is oriented. And again, the asterisk next to design elevation and station indicate we are beyond the segment we are staking and should use caution when providing information. I'll press the red X at the top right to stop the current stakeout and double press empty space on the screen to deselect the line. I'll press and select the same line again. However, this time at a different point on the line, press and hold empty screen space and select stake, and again select line. Now you see the segment I'm staking is beyond the portion I was staking previously. This segment is longer, as shown by the red arrowheads along the length of the line. Next, let's stake the line using another function. I'll select this line, press and hold, and select Line Work. At the Stake Line Work page, I can see a list view of lines which contains my proposed water line. With it highlighted, I'll press Next at the bottom right. The next menu shows either horizontal or vertical offset values I can apply to the lines. I'll press Stake. Now we can see the arrowheads have changed from red to blue, and I'm no longer staking segments, but the entire line. I'm going to aim to stake a point at a 3 meter offset on station 0 plus 430. Once I'm plumb and satisfied with my location, I'll press the measure button. Again, we see the screen with the measurement information. Once I have the relevant information I need, I will press the green check to store the point. And there you have it. You now know how to stake points and lines in Topcon Field, and you are ready to get to work. Thank you for watching and happy surveying!